This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Tuesday, October 31st, 2023. Happy Halloween. I'm Kate Sharon. The board chair for Grow Allen says the newly established organization will focus on addressing one of Northeast Indiana's biggest challenges, the number of adults with marketable credentials or 2 or 4-year degrees. Ron Turpin said in order to address the issue, the first thing the region needs to do is grow our own.
And so really Grow Allen came out of those conversations as a convening organization. So really it's not the one doing the actual education, but it's bringing all the partners together to really answer that big question of how do we have to be the leader in Indiana in degree credential attainment.
Turpin says a 2022 strategic plan for Northeast Indiana found only 43% of adults in the region have a credential or degree, which negatively affects the ability to address other key challenges, including population growth and wage growth. Grow Allen officially kicked off Tuesday with the goal of enhancing career path development for students entering the workforce starting as early as pre-kindergarten. A medical device manufacturer in Kosciuszko County will soon be under new ownership. New York-based private equity firm American Securities LLC announced Tuesday it has reached an agreement to sell Princeton-based Paragon Medical to Amtech Incorporated in an all-cash deal valued at $1.9 billion. Headquartered in Berwyn, Pennsylvania, Amtech bills itself as a global provider of industrial technology solutions. The company owns a variety of businesses serving different markets, including medical and healthcare. Paragon Medical manufactures a variety of medical products and components, including orthopedic implants, surgical instrumentation, and single-use disposable devices and assemblies. Grand Rapids-based Bay Logistics recently purchased and renovated a 190,000 square foot facility in Michigan City along US 21 for use as a trucking terminal, maintenance facility, and public distribution center. The company is partnering with Martin Transportation Systems and has invested between $5 and $6 million in the purchase and renovation of the new facility. The building has undergone an extensive makeover, Bay Logistics leadership says, with new paint, HVAC equipment, LED lighting, and more. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Get ready, Indianapolis. IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the annual Engage Central Indiana event. It's presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. Wednesday, December 6th at the JW Marriott. We'll be diving into talent, education, and other issues shaping the Central Indiana economy. More at ibj.com/engage.
Evansville-based Ridgecrest Holdings LLC, the parent company of E-Luxury and E-Package Supply, is building a $15 million warehouse in Warwick County, allowing it to consolidate some of the inventory and operations of the two e-commerce companies under one roof. IIB's Alex Brown has more.
Paul Saunders, president and founder of all three companies, told Inside Indiana Business the expansion will nearly double the current warehouse fulfillment distribution space. E-Luxury sells mattresses and furniture as well as bed and bath products, while E-Package Supply carries food and industrial containers. Ridgecrest Holdings broke ground on the new facility at North Warwick Industrial Park in Elberfeld in August. The warehouse will be located near the intersection of I-69 and I-64. Saunders expects to add 30 to 40 new jobs and said construction is moving along nicely so far, with the warehouse expected to be open by late second quarter or early third quarter next year. Besides creating jobs, Kyle Fuller with Field and Main Bank in Henderson, Kentucky, which helped finance the effort, believes the warehouse project will also help develop a niche in the community for e-commerce. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Local health officials across Indiana are gearing up to receive their share of a historic wave of state funding meant to increase disease prevention efforts and improve Hoosiers' overall well-being. The vast majority of Indiana's counties opted to participate in a statewide program designed to revamp the state's public health investment, which until now has averaged $55 per resident, far below the national average of $91 per capita. Each county had until September 1st to finalize their decision. Ultimately, 86 of the 92 counties joined. In all, 6.5 million Hoosiers, equal to 96% of the state's population, are covered by a county that has opted into the new public health initiative. The 6 counties that didn't opt in, Whiteley, Wells, Fountain, Johnson, Crawford, and Harrison, will receive their legacy funding of $387,000 for the 2024 fiscal year. The funding that they did not receive will be redistributed to the other counties that did. Those counties can still participate in the 2025 cohort. Horizon Bank announced the launch of its new Equipment Finance division, which will provide business financing solutions for small and medium-sized businesses. The Michigan City-based bank plans to have a team in place by the fourth quarter of 2023 and is operational in early 2024. Joel Mikulich will lead the Equipment Finance division as president. The bank said in a release he has been successful throughout his career, specifically with financing and developing successful teams to help small and mid-sized businesses. A Michigan-based not-for-profit dedicated to supporting high-achieving high school-age women with scholarships is expanding into Indiana. The Joyce Ivy Foundation says the move comes after an Arizona State University professor gave the organization an endowment. Indiana becomes the 8th state to establish a program from the foundation, which will be named the Steve Carlson Perseverance Scholar. Jennifer Carlson, a 2022 MacArthur Fellow, donated the funding in honor of her late father. The scholarship's inaugural award will be given in the summer of 2024 to a student from Cicero's Indiana Academy, which is Carlson's alma mater. The foundation said it hopes to expand offerings to around 20 students annually. FFA President Molly Ball is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Kate Sharon for Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.